Welcome back to the Crit Couch. Here we are. That's Michael. I'm Skyler. We're doing it today.
Skyler's really psyching himself up.
Hell yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot the portal was right there. Literally 5 minutes ago, I made that portal.
Did you just stumble into that by accident?
No, I walked in there. I just... Actually, you know what? That's the slow way back, so we're gonna... I shouldn't have done that.
Wow, I really came in with a strong start, and you're just letting it down, Michael.
That's what I do. I let people down.
You almost fused with the crab. I just want to point out that...
It's what nature wants.
It was so close. Yeah. We were talking...
God damn it! Fuck you, Zora!
Wow. Were the Zoras predominantly enemies before they were, like, friendly and fuckable?
Yeah, they were... I think this is the first game where there was ever a friendly one. Well, that's not where I wanted to go. This is the first game where I think there was ever a friendly one, which is only that one up top that that sells you the flippers, but all the other Zoras... Oh, right, we never actually looted this chest.
Oh!
That was what was supposed to have the lantern in it, but because we looted the one in the castle to show off that also would have a lantern. But yeah, Zora's, I think okay, I can't remember for the Game Boy game if there was a friendly Zora. The Game Boy game is real weird because it had like all kinds of different stuff going on with it, right? But
there are a lot of fairy fountains.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big world. Like, you know, you want to be able to like heal up regularly.
I'm not a castle guard.
What is the like? Okay, so Link is not just burying these bodies, and we've talked a couple of times about the number of Hyrulean guards that we have murdered, right? So like that's an established thing. We've been over that. But the next layer to that is Link's not burying these bodies as they go, right? Like, what kind of plague-ridden ass countryside is he just turning Hyrule into, leaving these corpses around?
A Link to the Past is actually the first horde shooter. You've just...
You know how everything gets real bad in Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
It's all dead bodies.
That was my fault.
Ganji took credit. Real quick. So this was the tree those two guys were sawing on.
Oh, they're
gone. And remember how they said this tree feels weird? And look, we can actually kind of walk up into it. So maybe if we concuss ourselves a little.
What is this, Minecraft?
Shut the fuck up. So, hey, look, more fairies.
More fairies.
Look, I'm actually just doing Hyrule a service. These things breed out of control. They're like white-tailed deer.
A lot of bunnies where I live. They're very cute.
With all the magic powder we've made, there's still this many fairies, okay? Like, really, I'm just a civil servant.
They're like, it's like a boar thing in Hyrule. Instead of boar, it's fairies. If you
they knock down the farmers' fences.
Yeah.
They eat all the crops.
If you don't know what I'm talking about,
they shit all over the stuff outside. Like, everybody's just like outdoor patios, just covered in fairy shit.
Yeah, if you know what I'm talking about, like there's actually a huge problem with boar in like most parts of the U.S. and I think the world in some cases. Like different countries have the problem too.
Yeah.
So they're very invasive, apparently.
Yup. So
we're Boars. What?
Boars. We're gonna go ahead and we're kind of going back on track. Like we really, as far as the sequence break goes, we just went out of our way to do.
I'm gonna get you. Well, fine. I'll take your arrow.
I took all of my shit back. Fuck him. So the only thing we really broke sequence on was going for the sword.
Well, I was gonna say, like, kind of as we talked about in one of the prior episodes, like, I guess less sequence breaking, more you're just doing a bunch of side quests prior to.
Well, no, like we literally did the dungeons out of order, and like I said, there are. If we go do 5 and 6 instead of like those two, will also unlock being able to do something else.
Gotcha.
So if you want to power yourself up as fast as possible, you would basically go straight from 1 to 4, 5, 6 because you can then get yourself the most powerful sword. You can get the armor upgrade. That's the last armor upgrade's not available till you get into the very final dungeon. But so that would give you the most power to beat everything else as fast, but it's kind of like there's a trade-off in doing that because it's actually harder to go through those dungeons with fewer tools at your disposal.
Ain't gonna be hard now. Whoa, those are some like legit skulls.
Yeah. So this is technically Dungeon 3.
Okay, the mummy's pyramid, like.
And look, Wall Masters, everybody's favorite.
Why are they called Wall Masters?
Well, so in the original game,
did we talk about this already?
Maybe. I'd have to go, but it's been a minute since I've looked at our.
It's been a couple of years since we did that playthrough.
Yeah, but I just haven't like watched that playthrough. So that one in particular, they used to come out of the walls because there was no ceiling in those dungeons, right? Like them falling down is not something that happens in those games.
So there's like multiple entrances.
Yeah.
To...
Which we saw a little bit of with the Desert Palace.
Yeah. This place is fucking sinister.
Yeah, this dungeon is real weird too because you basically don't have to go through half of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sorry if I peek my mic. Just adjusting. Hello.
So, just because we're already here, I'm going to go ahead and do this. But so this is where you get to the big chest, which we can't do yet.
You know, I thought it was going to make a bridge, but joke's on me.
It exploded an entire... Like, that is a thick-ass chunk of wall that it just blew up. Like...
Yeah, oh, we can't open the big chest?
We don't have a big key yet.
Oh, got it.
I feel like I have some hearing loss now. Things are a little weird. There was a really loud noise behind me.
He has that moment of like the ringing in his ears and he's like screaming, but it's just like
he's just walking around and his ears just have blood running out of them. Like he's completely unaware.
You like walk back through the town looking like that too, and people are like, "Is he okay? Hey, Link," and he just doesn't turn around.
No, he's not okay, but for completely different reasons.
Yeah. Don't look at him too long.
So
you won't get me, Wall Master. I'm quick.
You had mentioned, or you had asked about like the keys and stuff, and so you can actually buy keys outside of the dungeons in this game too, I believe.
What?
I think. I might be wrong about that. It's been a minute.
I was gonna say I don't think that's.
Well, in the original one you could. Like you,
oh really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There were keys for sale outside of dungeons.
I was gonna say I don't think that has come up yet. So if we were able or needed to do that.
I am increasingly thinking I am incorrect about that.
Okay.
There is one specific place I am thinking of where there might be one if I am not wrong. Fuck you.
What happens if he gets you?
He just takes you back to the... I mean, it's what all Wall Masters do. They take you back to the entrance.
They inconvenience you.
Yeah, fuck.
Can you kill them or no?
So, with this, we can now basically stop doing most of the dungeon.
Okay.
Now that we have the big key.
Can you kill the Wall Master or no?
Yeah, you can, but they don't... They keep coming back.
Oh, okay. 'Tis fruitless.
Yeah.
Damn it, I've got to push this thing out of the way again.
Yeah, that was another difference, like, to your question about the original one, or to your question about them in general and my reference to the original. In the original, there was a finite number of Wall Masters that would happen in any room, because sometimes they were actually used as, like, the enemies that you had to kill all of in order to get to... Like, to get the door to open?
Yeah. Imagine being impatient and, like, not waiting for the Wall Master. You're just like, I can't proceed through the game. God damn it. What?
Fire rod. This commands the red fire, but watch your magic meter.
They all come off as, like, ads. Like, who's doing an ad read for this?
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You too can have the red fire rod. It commands the red fire, not the blue fire, not the green fire. Those are the bad fires. Only the red fire.
Which is the good fire, kind of like the good bee.
You know where the red fire works really well is on your neighbor's house.
No one likes Carl.
Carl's a dick. He comes to your lawn and measures the length of your grass and reports you to the HOA.
It was your fault for signing up for the HOA anyways. Don't you feel
did
like
this to
the fool?
yourself, dick.
If not the HOA, though, it would be the city. That's right. I loved the, this was years ago in a rental house we were in. I loved getting this, we got this letter in the mail with the most awkwardly taken photo of our yard ever. What is happening here? What in the human centipede am I looking at? Like, that bug's eating another bug.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I have always wondered like what the deal is with this thing specifically, because it's got kind of like a xenomorph queen thing going on. Like, is that a mouth from within a mouth? Is it like, it just did ass eating go real wrong? Like, what happened here?
Yeah, I ate his butt. And then we died.
I ate his butt literally. And he's just like, stop it, I can't feel my back legs. End it for me, please. Okay.
Whoa. Okay.
That's a really cool effect.
Yeah.
It's like, I have heartburn now.
Sorry about that.
It's deeply painful.
He was actually just slowly munching on that over eons. So he's actually just really surprised, like, oh, where'd my snack go?
So this is a little like weird kind of maze that you can't actually see. You just have to like feel out where the paths are. Oh wait, we don't actually need to do this because I didn't. Oh God, you know what?
Well, now you're in trouble. Oh, okay.
I didn't actually use the key from before because I skipped over the rest of the dungeon. Oh, one cool thing about the hook shot that I didn't mention. When it's extended, you actually have invincibility. Like, you have iframes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. What is happening here? Bye.
It's just,
that blinks so fast. It like, trips me out for some reason.
Yeah, and there's a weird graphical thing happening, too. Like,
it, like, clicks. Yeah.
You know, it's like we're seeing the reload of the entire screen.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it.
So, the fire rod does have some specifically good uses.
Yeah, I mean, it working on mummies makes a lot of sense.
Yep, they are dried out husks. So we also have, again, more context clues here for, okay, we've got a closed door and we've got a bunch of torches that we can now light.
Something I was going to talk about, and I have completely lost.
Well, okay, you were talking about the HOA stuff in the lawn and the picture, and you didn't finish talking about that.
Cool. Well, the story is not going to be as much as it's chalked up to now, but...
Where do I go?
Probably up. But yeah, so it was like right as spring had rolled around, and so like a bunch of basically like dandelions had cropped up on the side of the house. So, and I cannot make this up, I had just mowed like a day or two before, and then we had some like deep rain, so it's like 3 days after. Like the front lawn actually still looked quite good, but just a ton of dandelions had grown right up on the side.
Oh, and they got mad about it?
Well, so yeah, the looking at you, City of Garland. They basically had like a what are we doing?
Well, I'm waiting for you to tell the story because there's the boss down that hole.
Oh, got it. Well, yep, I guess I'll hurry up. So anyway, City of Garland, they would like roam around and basically do almost HOA like work as far as like, oh, your grass is getting too long. But they took this awkward picture where you literally could not see the real lawn for the curb.
Oh, they made it look like it was just covered in the shit.
100%.
Yeah.
And it was just like I remember because they sent one to my landlord at the time too.
And you sent him a real picture about like, yo,
Yeah.
this is actually what it was.
Yeah. Well, because it was only like a few days later or something, and like everything still looked fine except for those dandelions. And yeah, I set up that,
Yeah.
and we had a chuckle about it, and then I just went out and weed whacked it.
So here we go. Moth Boss. So
'Tis
here,
I, the Mothman.
we're going to let the bee go.
The bridge, it's going to collapse.
And this bee is going to fucking...
Whoa, those actually move in this level?
Yeah, which is why that bee is really useful.
Holy crap.
Okay,
He
but
really
now
is
he's
the
gone.
good bee.
So now, let's put on the cloak.
Wait, can you attack when you're in the cloak?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't. That was not discussed. Sorry, Mothra, but you gotta go. You were really cool in
Actually, there
Godzilla
he
King
goes.
of the
Yeah.
Monsters.
This is the best! All right, all right.
I have the power of sharp edges and magic
Let's
on my
see
side.
who we got here.
I'd like one of them to just be a goblin. Is it actually a goblin? Was there always this much fanfare?
Yeah, we just
Okay.
don't pay attention.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, look who it finally is.
Oh, is that
look,
Zelda?
No, it's not. No. Vrigo, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of evil monsters. Thank you. Do you know the prophecy of the Great Cataclysm? This is the way I heard it. If a person who has an evil heart gets the Triforce, a hero is destined to appear, and he alone must face the person who began the Great Cataclysm. If the evil one destroys the hero, nothing can save this world from his wicked reign. Only a person of the Knights of Hyrule who protected the royalty of Hylia can become the hero. You are of their bloodline, aren't you? Then you must rescue Zelda without fail, but I have a question real quick. I noticed that you have the Titan's Mitt, and the Titan's Mitt comes from Dungeon 4. I'm in Dungeon 3. I've been waiting here for a little while. How do you explain that to me, Link, hero of Hyrule?
do you like the other princesses?
Do you
more?
know who I am? Do you? I am Antoinette Impina, daughter of Don Rodrigo Impina. Do you know who that is? Why did you take that little bomb bag there? Why don't you look at your bomb bag? Do you understand? Do you understand who I am, Link? My father controls the bomb trade. So what are we gonna do about this? I've been in this crystal way longer than I should have been.
I don't understand this bit, but yes, and awesome. Good to meet you, princess. Bomb.
I just made up a character that, like...
Is that okay? Oh, so that wasn't a reference to any. Were you
No, I
just
just
riffing?
made that up. Yeah, it's like...
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you understand, you little piece of shit? You know what I understand? I understand that you're in a fucking rock, bitch. Do you understand? Do you see where I am?
See, I would have played that differently, actually. This would be like the one person that intimidates Cat Link.
Oh, no.
Because while he understands destruction and magic and everything, she understands explosives.
Yeah, but you know what I understand? I'm out here. And you're in there.
Here's the crystal.
You know, when I kill Ganon, I get a wish. So who controls who here? Whose fate's really in whose hands?
What if I wish for that crystal to just slowly shrink over time?
What if I wish for all of your family
Oh my god,
to
no.
just wink out of existence?
No. Okay, Thanos.
What if I turn them all into cat skulls? Made the way of the hero lead to the Triforce, and pleasant wishes to you, sir.
What does happen to them after you save them?
I don't actually. I think they all just kind of
Do they
sit in the rocks until I can actually get them all.
do they show back up later?
Yes.
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 That guy was minding his own business. And he just
Skull
chucked
comes
a
from
fucking.
across.
That's a real like quarter from the Empire State Building kills a man kind of. Anyways,
Incidentally, that doesn't actually happen, but
yeah.
a skull from across the dark woods
Yeah.
definitely will kill you.
And on that note,
Next time on Crit Couch. Remember who controls you? It's me. Skylar is not about that.
It's like leaning too far. like he's just the unconventional hero to like he's actually just this evil entity.
Next time on Crit Couch.
Bye.